Everybody, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. And we are coming towards a few weeks ago I said the business end of the season. This really is the last 30 meters until the end of the season, isn't it? We are so close now, and some really tasty fixtures for this weekend. Guys, as always, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 2,500 subscribers. Right, let's waste no time. Let's dive in. And the first game of the weekend is Brentford versus Southampton. Both these clubs are safe. Brentford sitting 14th in the league. Southampton, they are sitting 15th in the league. Not much separating them. With this, I think I might go for goals in this one. I think I might go for 2-2. And with these predictions, I always seem to get the first game bang on and then tend to get most of the others wrong. So if you're a betting man, 2-2 probably isn't a bad bet. I'm going to go 2-2 Brentford and Southampton. Next we come on to Burnley and Villa. These two teams have got to play twice in their remaining fixtures. Of course, Villa are safe. I think, there was a few people thinking, could they go down? It wasn't really ever going to happen, but they were a little bit closer to Leeds and Burnley and Everton than they wanted to be. But after that 2-0 victory last weekend against Norwich, sending Norwich down, Villa are safe now. And I think it was never really in doubt, was it? For Burnley, what can you say? They're in unbelievable form. They really, really are. They've beat Everton. They draw to West Ham. They beat Wolves. That comeback against Watford last weekend was truly remarkable. To go 1-0 down away from home, yes, it's only Watford, but to come back and get the victory, that's now 10 points from 15 games. They've won their last 3, and before that, they drew. With this one, I think I'm going to go a Burnley win because it's at home. I think it'll be close, but I am going to say a Burnley victory. I think they get the 3 points. I'm going to say 2-1 to Burnley. Next, we come on to Chelsea and my club, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves, what can you say? They're just abysmal. You do so well all season to get yourself into a position to actually challenge not only for Europe, but it was only about 6-7 games ago that we had a semi-decent outside chance of top 4. You lose 4 out of 5 against teams that ideally, on paper, you want to be beating or at least challenging. We lose to Burnley. We get absolutely slapped up by Brighton 3-0. That could be the worst performance I've seen since we got promoted back to the Premier League 4 years ago. Truly horrendous. And I think our season's done. For Chelsea, 2 wins in their last 5. I think you throw in a draw or 2 there as well. Not great form, but they're doing everything that they need to do just to cling on to that 3rd place. I don't see Wolves getting anything out of this, but if there is a team that they will, we tend to do well against these kind of clubs. Your Liverpools, your Cities, your Chelseas, your Arsenals. We tend to, if we don't get anything out of the game, we tend to put in a performance. So it wouldn't surprise me if we scrape a draw. I just don't see it though this weekend. I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea. Next, we come on to Palace and Watford. Watford, this is a weekend where you mathematically can go down, and I think you probably will go down. Roy Hodgson has come out and said that he will not be in the dugout for next season. That has been confirmed. For Palace, they're going along nicely, sitting 12th in the league. They actually got, I believe, a 2-1 victory last weekend against Southampton. I can't see anything other than a Palace win here. And I think I'm going to say, I think they might do a number on Watford. I really do. I don't know why. I think I might go 3-1 Palace. 3-1 to Crystal Palace. I think they'll get the win. And I'm going to say 3-1. Next up is Brighton versus Manchester United. We spoke about Brighton. Absolutely pumped my club Wolves 3-0 last week. Brighton are going along pretty nicely. 3 wins out of 5. 10 points in total out of 15, and it wouldn't surprise me if they caught Wolves, I should say, before the season's out. For United, top 4's done. We know that. Will they finish 7th in the Conference League, or can they stay above West Ham United? I think Brighton might get something here, especially as they're at home. I'm going to say 1-1. Screw it. I've just got no confidence in Manchester United at the moment. And I'm going to say 1-1 Brighton and Man U. Next up is Liverpool versus Spurs. This is, for me, the last big game for Liverpool. If they drop points here, I think the title is done. We all saw what happened last night from Manchester City. What a shocking way to go out of the Champions League. What a game for neutrals again. Real Madrid really have not disappointed in this Champions League campaign, whether it was PSG, whether it was Manchester City. And I can't remember the other team, but it was another group. Chelsea, of course. They beat the defending champions, Chelsea. If Liverpool don't win this game, I think that's done because City will focus 100% on the league. Now, they can't win the FA Cup. I think this is the only trophy that Manchester City can win now, the league. And a trophyless season for Manchester City, it's just unacceptable. For Liverpool, they have to win this. For Spurs, they really are in the hunt, considering the hunt for top four, considering that they've got to play Arsenal. They're only 2 points behind Arsenal, and they're now level on games. Arsenal have had games ahead of Tottenham for what seems months and months now. Spurs, you really have to feel need to win this weekend. If they lose and Arsenal win, there's then a 5-point gap going into the North London derby. So not only have you got to win the North London derby, you've got to hope Arsenal drop points again. And you've got to have a 100% record. Spurs at least need a draw from this, I feel. And even then, if Arsenal win, it's 4 points difference. So you still need them to drop points. I've got to back Liverpool. Their form that they are in at the moment, they're just they have a little bit of a scare against Villarreal, and then they just bang in 3 goals in 15 minutes or something like that. Monstrous. The mentality of that squad is just on another level. Maybe something we've not seen ever or for a very, very long time. I'm going to edge Liverpool because they are at Anfield. I think it'll be close. I'm undecided whether Spurs will score. I think it'll be a close 1-0 for most of the game. Maybe Liverpool then get a second goal late on. Maybe Spurs grab a goal. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 to Liverpool. Next up is Norwich versus West Ham. West Ham in the hunt for Europe, of course. Norwich are relegated. We'll probably see you in 2 seasons' time because that's all that happens now. You and a few other teams up and down, up and down. However, just, I guess, enjoy the last few games you've got at Carrow Road. For West Ham, 52 points. They're 3 points ahead of Wolves, but they are 6 points behind Manchester United. So you've got to wonder whether for West Ham, the Europa League is off the cards now. Will they have to settle for the UEFA Conference League? West Ham's form's dodgy. 1 win in 5. No wins in the last 4. And of the last 4, they've lost 3. Only 1 point. I'm going to back West Ham. I know they've got a lot of injuries, especially in defence, especially centre-back. I'm going to back West Ham just about. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 to West Ham United. Next up is Leicester versus Everton. Leicester comfortably safe, focusing on their Conference League campaign. For Everton, 2 wins out of their last 4. You throw in a draw as well there, 7 points out of 12, and that monumental. And I can't stress how big that victory was against Chelsea, especially with Burnley winning. If they'd have lost that game, Everton against Chelsea, that's it. Curtain call, it's over. Everton would have been a championship team next season. Because Burnley won before Everton played, I actually watched that Everton-Chelsea game thinking that they were down. I didn't think they'd win. I think even a draw would have sent them down, in my opinion. But that win, wow. And they still got some tough fixtures, this being one of them. For this, Leicester versus Everton. Leicester not really playing for anything. And Leicester aren't in great form. They've only won 1 of their last 5. I think I might go a draw. Even though Everton's away form is abysmal, and I mean truly horrific, I might give them a draw. I might say 1-1, Leicester and Everton. Next up is Arsenal versus Leeds. We spoke about Arsenal and Tottenham for that top 4 race. Arsenal need to win this game. And so do Leeds. 2 or 3 weeks ago, people were saying that Leeds were safe. It now looks like you might need 39, 40 points to stay in the Premier League. For Leeds, tough fixtures. I think their next game is Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. And then they finish out the season with Brentford and Brighton. Correct me if I'm wrong. So not easy games. And you feel like you can get this Arsenal team, but they are at home, Arsenal. So I just fancy them. I think there'll be goals. I'm going to say 3-2. I'm going to say 3-2 to Arsenal. Last game of the weekend, City versus Newcastle. We've already touched a little bit on City because of the Liverpool game. I think they're just going to get the business done now. Manchester City, they've won 4 and drawn 1 of their last 5, the same record as Liverpool. I think they're just going to be a man on a mission now until the end of the season. And I think Liverpool needed Man City to win last night against Real Madrid. Or does it shoot their confidence and they think, well, this is the only bit of silverware we can get this season? Will they get a few nerves? Because you look at this Newcastle team, 4 wins out of 5. They lost their last game, but before that, they'd won 4 in a row. I think it might have been actually 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. If any team can cause a problem for City, it could be Newcastle. Just a shame for Liverpool and Newcastle that it is at the Etihad. So I think I might just give it to Man City. I think they're going to go hell for leather, and I think they'll run out comfortable 2-0 victors. Guys, let me know what your predictions are in the comments. There's some really nice fixtures this weekend for the neutrals. As well, please hit that like and subscribe button. As I said at the start of the video, we are so close to 2,500 and we want to get there before the end of the season. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back next weekend as well. In the meantime, take care.